Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered, what would happen if a star died close enough to change the fate of our world? It was an unforgettable night. The two moons seemed to hang on the horizon like celestial ornaments, softly illuminating the ocean below. The sky, usually serene, pulsed with the light of thousands of stars, a scene as beautiful as it was menacing. For weeks the sun dominated the firmament with its suffocating intensity, but that night it finally sank behind the northern hills. The cool breeze announced that the scorching summer was over. However, something extraordinary happened. Among the familiar constellations and others that only the most devout astronomers recognized, a star began to shine brightly. First, a modest point of light, but then, in a matter of minutes, it grew so large that it eclipsed all the surrounding celestial bodies, even the twin moons. People gathered in wonder, celebrating what they believed to be a rare spectacle of nature, a guest star, as they preferred to call it. Past generations had studied these events and deduced that it was the violent death of a massive star. However, even with so much knowledge, something about the intensity of that light seemed different, unusual, alarming. While some celebrated, a lone observer remained alert. He was monitoring atmospheric satellites and, with horror, noticed a dramatic drop in the planet's ozone levels. The connection was undeniable. The star's increasing luminosity was destroying its natural shield against cosmic radiation. It was as if the sky, the same one that had sheltered their dreams and mysteries for centuries, was now conspiring against the very survival of the planet. And the question emerged like a shadow in everyone's mind. Could this cosmic event be the harbinger of something much worse? This night, which began with breathtaking beauty, quickly turned into a harbinger of disaster. And yet, no one knew exactly what the next few days would bring. The sky was on fire, and humanity faced the abyss of the unknown. Get ready, because what's coming could change everything we believe about our place in the universe. Imagine living in a universe where the sky was not just a spectacle, but also a constant threat. The cosmos we know today, with its serene stars and orderly galaxies, was once a chaotic place, teeming with energy and destruction. Billions of years ago, just after the Big Bang, the universe was a battlefield where galaxies emerged and collided, stars exploded in ceaseless supernovae, and planets were shaped in fire and violence. For any life form that dared to be born at that time, the challenge was almost insurmountable. The death of a star could wipe out entire planetary systems. Imagine living in a world where every sunrise could be your last. It's as if the universe had an explosive temper and survival depended on pure luck, or on an incomprehensible force that protected the fragile embryos of life. And the story doesn't stop there. Even as cosmic chaos fertilized space with elements essential for life, carbon, oxygen, iron, it also posed devastating risks. Just as a fierce storm brings rain that feeds the earth but can destroy homes and crops, the young universe was filled with danger and possibility. Consider what we know today. Life on Earth began under extremely hostile conditions, on a young planet bombarded by meteors and radiation, and yet she thrived. Could it be the same for other worlds that emerged in the infancy of the cosmos? How many planets were born only to be extinguished by a stellar explosion? How many managed to escape the chaos and take the first steps towards creating something similar to what we call life? Think about this as you look up at the night sky. Every star you see has gone through billions of years of transformations, and around some of them, there may be worlds that face the same dilemmas that Earth faced, but in much more primitive and dangerous times. Is there still life on these planets, surviving in silence, waiting for the moment to be discovered? The universe holds secrets that can help us understand who we are and where we come from. If looking at the sky is already dazzling, imagine being able to point to a distant star and say, "There, in that tiny point of light, there is a planet." For centuries, this was just a dream. Astronomers imagined that other worlds orbited the stars, but they were never able to see them. It was like trying to hear the whisper of a leaf in the middle of a storm. And then, at the end of the 20th century, the unexpected happened. The first exoplanet has been found, but not in a conventional way. Instead of orbiting a bright star, it revolved around a pulsar, the collapsed core of a dead star, radiating beams of radiation. No one expected that a planet could survive so close to such an extreme environment. It was like finding a flower growing in a volcano, and that changed everything. Suddenly, planet hunters began to realize that the universe was much stranger and more fascinating than they had ever imagined. Gas giants in orbits impossibly close to their stars. Planets where supersonic winds carry fragments of glass in hellish storms. Dark worlds like black holes, absorbing almost all the light that touches them. And among them, the most intriguing, Earth-like planets, hidden in the habitable zones of their stars, where life, as we know it, could flourish. But how can we be sure? Telescopes like James Webb now scan the atmospheres of these exoplanets for telltale signs, traces of methane, oxygen, or even water. These small hints could be the first glimpse that we are not alone in the cosmos. Still, the question remains, what will we really find when we look closer? Is it life as we know it? Or something completely different, something that will challenge our definitions of existence? Imagine a planet so old that it witnessed the birth of the first galaxies, a world that existed even before the Milky Way formed. This is the case with Methuselah, the oldest planet ever discovered, orbiting a dying star in a 12.7 billion-year-old star cluster. For comparison, that's almost 3 times the age of our solar system. But what's truly surprising is not just Methuselah's age, but what he symbolizes. The possibility that worlds capable of harboring life arose at the very beginning of the universe. Think about it. The young universe was a violent place, with supernova explosions, intense radiation, and galaxies constantly colliding. Despite this chaos, the essential ingredients for life were already spreading. Carbon, oxygen, iron, all forged in the hearts of dying stars, began to seed the first planets. If the Earth, with its billions of years of history, seems ancient, imagine a world like Methuselah. What could have been happening on its surface all this time? Did life try to emerge there, facing cosmic catastrophes, or perhaps is it still hidden under layers of ice or rock? Astronomers believe that rocky Earth-like planets began forming very early in the cosmos, but unlike our world, these cosmic pioneers faced unforgiving conditions. Still, we know that life has a surprising talent for surviving. On Earth, microorganisms thrive in the most extreme environments, from the interior of volcanoes to the frozen depths of the Arctic. Could something similar have survived in the early universe? Here, we need to pause to reflect. If life really arose on one of these ancient worlds, it would have billions of years ahead of us. Could such an advanced civilization still be out there, or has its light already been snuffed out by the unpredictability of the cosmos? Each new planet discovered brings us closer to answers, but also raises new questions. What if we are on the brink of the greatest discovery in human history? Over billions of years, the universe has evolved, transforming chaos into order, violence into beauty, and simple planets into possible homes for life. Each star that lit its light contributed a little more complexity to the cosmos, sowing essential elements for worlds like ours. But so far, all we know are snippets, small clues that life may have emerged in other corners of the universe. Think about the impact that the discovery of a sign of life would have, not just for science, but for the way we see ourselves. Perhaps the biggest revelation is not the where, but the how. The search for lost exoplanets and civilizations reminds us of something essential, the fragility and resilience of life. If worlds like Methuselah could survive billions of years amid the chaos of the cosmos, and Earth thrived despite its stormy youth, what does that tell us about our own place in the vastness? We still don't know if we are alone, but the search teaches us something powerful. That curiosity is what connects us to the universe. It is what leads us to explore, to look at the stars and ask, what if? Each discovery brings us a little closer to answers, but also opens doors to new questions. And this is where you come in. This journey is not just made by scientists or astronomers, but by everyone who looks at the sky with the same curiosity. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Together, we can explore these questions and prepare for what's to come. Thank you for being part of this journey. In the next content, we will continue to brave the unknown, exploring the deepest secrets of the cosmos. Until then, keep your eyes on the stars, because the universe has so much more to reveal. And it could be that the next great discovery starts here, with you.